hat is 400 times harder than dynamite. But he didn't back down. Instead, he punched it. Even as the pain made him grimace, the doctor had crazily punching the wall. He had been trapped for 5 billion years. The path ahead was the only escape. But as he struggled, a monster approached from behind. In the next second, the monster covered his face. The old man fell painfully. No one expected the 2,000-year-old doctor was drained of all life. The monster suddenly vanished. They didn't notice the doctor was still barely alive. He dragged his broken body, painfully crawling forward. With all his might, he reached the lab. Strangely, he picked up a wire and plugged it into his hat. He rolled Bert on the ground. After doing this, the room filled with lightning and thunder. Without knowing, a new cycle would begin again. The doctor is a Time Lord who lived for 2,000 years. He can cheat death through regeneration and embark on adventures across time. But today, he finds himself inside a glass chamber. The doctor clearly remembers. His companion just died moments ago, yet somehow, he was transported here. He picks up sand from the ground and vows to resurrect his companion. I am the doctor. I will find you. Never stop. Just as the doctor steps out, he realizes he's inside a tower. Even more bizarre, he's less than a light year from his starting point. The doctor shouts loudly, demanding the enemy appear. But there's no response. After a few steps, he sees the room full of surveillance. Without exception, all are recording him while he's puzzled. Unexpected. Something seems to move in the window. The doctor tries to look closely, but it vanishes. Suddenly, the doctor turns his head. Saw the monster on the monitor, not only wearing a robe, but also surrounded by flies. The doctor ran away in panic, arrived at the main door, but couldn't push it open. I know you. The doctor was familiar with it. Can't recall immediately. Prayed for the door to open automatically. The doctor had psychic abilities since childhood, which is why he had a special bond with the door. As he desperately prayed, the door opened miraculously, unexpectedly. There was a wall behind it, with no chance to escape. The doctor uttered his final words. I'm very scared. Truly scared. Scared to death. Amazingly, the monster stayed still. Even more absurd, the fly stopped flying. The doctor lightly flicked it, and it flew away. But the next moment, the castle began to mysteriously resemble. At this critical moment, the doctor quickly returned inside, then picked up the flower from the window. Just as he smelled it, he noticed the painting nearby. Unexpectedly, it was a portrait of his deceased partner. The doctor says the room might be meant for him. But as he examined, the monster appeared behind him. Is this torture? Did I guess right? The doctor deduced telling the truth can pause the monster, but he has many secrets he can't reveal, so he chose another way. As he raised the chair, he smashed the window. No one expected the doctor to jump out while falling. His consciousness entered a virtual time machine. It turns out Time Lords have a special ability in times of crisis to create a mental safe house where time flows much slower than outside. We'll defeat the monster together. Right, Clara? The doctor knows the monster's goal is to uncover its own secrets, but he mustn't reveal them. So he plans to give up survival. Unexpectedly, the companion's hologram appeared in the doctor's safe house. Then, 2 lines appeared on the chalkboard. Don't die no matter what. Second, think carefully to survive. The doctor used all his wits. The slightly salty taste in the air indicates there's a sea here. According to the falling chair, the falling time is about 7 seconds. So the doctor has only 2 seconds for a chance to enter. He expertly maintains a perfect diving position, then dives deep underwater. However, horrificously, the depths are packed with thousands of skeletons. At this point, the doctor doesn't know yet. These skulls are intimately connected to him. Soon, the doctor calls onto the shore. To get rid of the wet feeling, he goes to a cabin with fire. He plans to dry his clothes. Strangely, the room not only has clean clothes, but the shoes also match his size. At this moment, the doctor doesn't have to. He quickly changes into the clean clothes. He feels something's missing when leaving. He puts the wet clothes by the fire and quickly heads to the hall. Unexpectedly, there's a deep pit in the floor. The doctor recognizes the marks on it. He finally realizes at this moment, it's fear. Monster is scaring me. That's why it's constantly chasing me. It turns out this is his personal nightmare, a carefully crafted personal cage. The doctor hasn't felt fear in a long time, so he laughs joyfully.